Feels like we're live. It looks like we're live. I've got the red light. I've got the red light going on in the top right of the screen. My phone is telling me that we're live. I don't know. It feels like we might be live. Hot diggity. All right, now I gotta share this out to Stoop. And then X. Thank you, Jesus. It actually shared that time. Okay. There we go. There we heckin' go. Now, because it's a late night stream, it is technically, literally, 10:47 p.m. And in the interest of being respectful to my neighbors, the headset is at a very reasonable volume, so I'm not gonna be tempted to scream. And yeah, we're here now. We're ready to make it do what it do. So, like I've intimated on both Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram now, TikTok, that we're going into Lane Dell. Now, the thing that's interesting about me going to Lane Dell right now is not only do I not have any sights of grace out here, so the fact of the matter is I snuck in here through the deeper depths. The other thing is that if you look at Stormvale right here, I haven't even bought Morgott. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens if, we don't fight Morgott first and we run into Morgott. So up there, that tree, that's our goal. That's where we gotta get to. Everything else in here, we're gonna, go around, see some things. Yep, that's what I love about Great Spears. Is that you can roll catch almost everyone. Okay. Very nice. Now, let's pick our way across very carefully. Alright, I gotta mute the TV, because it'll be really loud. And it'll also bleed over into the audio. And I don't want it to do that. Because I'd like to put on a nice stream for the viewers. Not be plagued by audio issues. I got him 15 points of damage, okay. The fact that I can't roll through that is insane. Alright. So far so good. Let's take off some talismans. Or put some on, rather. I think we're gonna go with Erdtree Favor +2. We need +3 because that's gonna get us a legendary achievement. So, I think we want to go across the roof. Which roof? I don't know. Let's go over this one. Nope, too high up. Just right. Let's get out of here before we die. Sucker. Alright, he's on the ground. He's going to be a threat later, though. So, let's keep going. Let's throwing like bombs at us. I can hear it. That's definitely too far of a jump. Let's observe where we are and plan our route accordingly. So over there's the bolt of Grand Sacks. Well, it's nice to see the guard counter still work with this. Okay, I think we're both at a stalemate there. He sure is trying, though. Bless his soul. Gotta fight the putrid avatar. Which I gotta be honest, gang, I'm not looking forward to. Alright, here we go. There it is. Yep. Exactly what I thought would happen. It's that bonk, man. Okay, so I do have some limited hyper armor doing the last part. Whew. I wasn't expecting to win that trade. I really wasn't. Okay. So that's the bolt. Down there somewhere is the subterranean shunning grounds. Not our goal right now, particularly. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to go there this playthrough. Well, this cycle. Because honestly, every time I go there, inevitably, the game breaks and glitches somehow, and I don't know why. Like, I have trauma just from going to the subterranean shunning grounds. Alright, so again, picking out our route very carefully. I want to get to the wings, but I also know there's like Lanedale Knights down there. And the thing about Lanedale Knights is, they typically have like this electric ability to like call lightning down on me, and I don't want that. So going up that wing is definitely the move. As that progresses me approximately where I need to go. Let's make an equipment check. Because Assassin's Gambit is on my Milady right now. Yeah. And then I want to try sneaking. So to that end, let's get some sorcerisms on the go. So we're gonna go for Unseen Form, and then I'm probably not gonna keep them active long. And I thought I had Terra Magica. That is something I've been interested in trying. I want to see if it also works for like incantations. Here we are. And then we change out our casting catalyst for the Staff of the Great Beyond. Archery favor only boosts our HP, stamina, and equip load. So what I want is to boost my intelligence. I then want a concealing veil. Alright, we're gonna give this a shot. I'm not 1,000% on if it'll work, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Where is the Black Knife armor? We gotta wear the whole set to get the sneaking sneaking bonus, I think. Exile gauntlets, lane dog. It's gonna look like it has claws. There we are. And then the boots. And then the hood. Where is it? There we are. So far, no one's noticed me. Run, 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 run. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was certainly a decision I made. The good news is we're around and we're going up the wings really fast, really fast. Gotta run. Gotta climb up this dead dragon. But I mean, once you're up here, what a view. Okay. And I'm pretty sure this takes us up to a grace. Well, it's not as if stealth didn't work, but it could have worked better. Cool. And then the grace should be around the corner. Let me just grab a proper weapon. Claymore. Good old reliable Claymore. Good old reliable Claymore. Can't go wrong. Alright, let's get rid of some of this magic. Now that stealth is no longer required. Although I am still interested in seeing if Terra Magica works. It's a sorcery, so I'm assuming it's only going to work with sorceries. We'll try it out in somewhere with lower stakes. Oh yeah, that's right. That involves 2. So I want to include a fire option. And I really wasn't impressed by this one. I have to be so close to make it work. So I'm gonna go with enemy is gold free, right? So he's not gonna get rotted. And Dragon Communion is 50-50 generally. So I think we're gonna use Dragon Claw. Actually no. I don't want to use that one. I would like to use, let's see here. Shard of Alexander is already on. Two-handed's already on. Let's go for charge attacks. Let's grab our hat. I wanted to wear heavy armor. And then nice cab gloves. Where's the clean rods? They look nice with everything. And it only takes me up to 50. Death Knights only takes me up to 47. Honestly, everything in here is only taking me up to 51. Oh no. Rakshasas takes me up to 50. Yeah. Now we're good to go. I don't feel like taking them on right now. Yeah, that's right, guys. Watch a tree. Or don't, you know, like... You can come try to get me, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's totally chill. Here we go. Come on, get me. Perfect. Perfection. Alright. This is round 1. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Alright. Calm down, son. That's a bit much, don't you think? Okay. That was much better. That was significantly worse. Alright. That could have gone worse. Got down to half. So we'll see what happens next. So tonight we're likely going until 3. Maybe 2 at the earliest. Get a solid 3 or 4 hours in. Then pick up fresh again at 2. And I'm not at 2 p.m. And I'm not sure I'm going to play at 2. So that did go well. I would like to try. I would like to try this one. Okay. Alright, now we're in the hyper armor stage of it. Oh, fuck. That didn't hit it. Okay. That wasn't safe. That definitely wasn't safe. Ooh. Okay. I always forget just how much those stomps can roll catch you. Alright. So that could have gone better. It certainly didn't go as good as last time. One thing I'm trying to use Gold for is practice for Godfrey. Because once I'm at Godfrey, that's like, let's see here, Godfrey, Radigan, Elden Beast, that's like the second to last boss of the base game. So it's nice getting a little practice in. Figure out what works and what doesn't work. So I'm gonna try my long half this time. See what's what there. I completely screwed that up. It was good up until it wasn't. Okay. It's timing those last two rolls that screwed me up there. Hold on, just grabbing a quick bite. Alright, I'm back. No, I thought that went well. It wasn't a win, but it certainly went well. So this time I'm going to try to stance break him. I think had I just hit one more, he would have come down. Oh well. Oh well. These things happen. Alright, now. I'm thinking maybe with him being as close as I am isn't the move. So, I want to try the bolt. Just once. Just to see what happens. Ooh. Okay. Alright, here we go. It's that poke, man. Gets me almost every time. Where's my vape of lies? There it is. So, while the bolt worked, it wasn't synergizing with my flask. So, let's take a look here. Let's... Yes, I forgot. I want to try the bolt again. Where is it? Significantly better. Alright, now I gotta go left, I think. Create some distance. I just gotta not panic. There we go. I mean, I lost my million runes, but it's just runes, I'll get more. Because what's behind me right now? Negative runes. Oh well, and one thing I did want to do that I was trying to do earlier. So that way my remembrance count was accurate. Okay, I did it. Okay, so now we just gotta go up this branch. Well, I gotta be honest, I'm gonna do the deeper depth skip again. It worked out surprisingly well. Okay. Alright, now you are going to die. That corpse stopped me. It's fine. You know what? That's on me. That's on me for getting stuck on a corpse. Okay, now I want to rest here just so I can get my shit back. Yo. And yeah, I know. That was silly of me. How was your pasta and breadsticks? Actually, 1 second. 1 heckin' second. I think I'm gonna go for maximum lightning damage on this one. Purely because I can. And because once Morgott is in the vomit stage, he becomes super susceptible to lightning because it's standing in liquid. Alright, Melina. Do your thing. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, here's the cutscene. And I have everything I need to go until, like, 2, 3, 4. Because I have 3 monsters, I have 3 rock stars, and an extra large copy.
What is thy business with these thrones?
So there is unique dialogue.
Godric the Golden.
So he really has no idea who I am.
Twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania. General Radahn. Praetor Rykard.
Ooh.
Luna Princess Rani.
Manectric.
Willful traitors. All. Thy kind are all of a piece.
I don't think we're the same, dude.
Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave.
Okay.
Felled by King Morgott, last of all kings.
Ooh, spooky. I've killed you 4 times so far? I'm getting to the tree. Thank you, Melina. How could you knock me out of that? Melina, what are you doing? Alright, he's vomiting now. And I didn't even drink my flask. How very irresponsible of me. Nope. I mean, just one stance break could be nice. There. How did she die? She was standing right, right underneath the tree.
Tarnished. Not but a fool. The Erd Tree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken.
It's almost funny when you think about it.
Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
Okay. Oh yes, let's enter the Elden Ring. Oh no, impenetrable thorns refuse all. None may enter the Erd Tree. Sad.
Hello again, old friend. Allow me a moment to converse with you. You were unable to enter the Erd Tree, no?
I wasn't.
Prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable, a husk of the Erd Tree's being that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord. Is to pass the thorns. My purpose serves to aid in that very act. So I'd like you to undertake a new journey with me to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountain tops of the giants.
Sounds good.
Then I can set the Erd Tree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord. I wish to journey with to the Flame of
Okay,
Ruin and
that's-
guide you.
That's all of our dialogue. So Morgott always respawns back here. That's very interesting. Now, I'd like a Great Rune soon. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking my armor's gonna rust if I stay in this range much longer. Alright, so Black Knife is dead. Now, I just gotta figure out the best way to get to the elevator. Let's do some thinking. I know. Thinking is dangerous. Alright. So... you don't want to head back that way, we want to head down. I know, back on the rooftops. Okay. Oh, that was a fun run. We're going the correct way. Ah, yes, that's right. That was certainly a one-shot. They're behind me, aren't they? Them fools. I can feel you sneaking up on me. Cool. I'm kind of surprised he didn't like shoot me. Here we go, one more time. Ah. Calm down, son. That's a bit much. Ouch. Horse got cool armor, though. I will say that. Ah, nuggets. Now I gotta go all the way back to the beginning. Not a concern. Just an inconvenience. And inconveniences aren't a big thing. Although I will say that's pretty dang inconvenient. So we're gonna go to the East Capitol Rampart. I know, oh furballs, oh nuggets. Alright. Now I gotta make part of the journey all over again. So I gotta go back down onto those roofs and get back onto the ground. And I think I'm just gonna avoid all these musicians. Except this one. Alright, I want to go down. Avoiding the various imps and bubbles. Not because I'm scared of them, but because they're annoying. Great effort, buddy. You almost got me. Ooh, that sounds cool. Alright, now we one-shot him. probably a mistake charging this. And let's take out the perfumer while we're here. Ooh, you should get the Spider-Man suit. That sounds like fun. Alright. Anyone dumb enough to still be alive? Quite a few of them, actually. Now they're onto me, so I think I'll just go. That could be a problem. Alright. I think for this one up here, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Use a giant sunflower. Now, when I was on Edith's stream last night, she had the opportunity to get this, and she didn't. She's like, "Oh, I already have enough. I already have enough faith weapons." But you see, this is a different kind of faith weapon. It's a very fun faith weapon. So it mostly scales with faith. Gets a B scaling in faith, a C scaling in strength, bottom of the barrel scaling for dex. The stat investment really shows it. You need 25 faith and 24 strength. Hence why it has the AR that it does. Alright, now you are going to die. Fuck off. Come on. Oh no. At least let me get my money first. I know we both missed the Wooloo. I was focused on trying to stay alive. I'm not sure what your excuse is. Cool, I didn't think I was gonna get that. Did she shoot me through my head? Did he shoot me through my head? Okay. That bug got very big very fast. Now, I'm very much feeling a need for a great rune, so I think we're going to go in there. After we, like, you know, get you a grace. Okay, okay. So there should be a grace right outside here. Something died. Yay, the Forbidden Lands. Cool. Now let's go get that rune. Alright, so that's the direction we want to go. Okay, now you're just gonna die, because it's about to turn nighttime. Alright, now for you. Say it, don't spray it, bro. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Has it really been an hour so far? Man, the time flies. Especially when you're having fun. Why does it feel like I only cut certain nails? Annoying. Oh well. Alright, let's get to the grace. Grace the grace. Then go to the Divine Tower of East Altus. I will say, now that I've taken the cape off it, the nightcap set looks much nicer. It actually looks a lot more like proportional to her body type. So that's always cool, that's always good. So let's get this great rune. And let's equip it. So we can start using rune arcs. I knew I was heading to the right one. There was never any doubt. Actually, there's extreme doubt. Can't even lie. Alright. Now, okay, it's actually kind of funny when I look at it, just how little I was actually in Altus. And you might be wondering, but Jason, did you just not grab any graces? No, I just came up through the deep root depths. Which is a legitimate skip, by the way. Like, if you go to deep root first, before anything else, that's where you come up. As long as you have, like, the required 2 great runes to get into Leyndell. Now let's ignore the Bulgar militia. They aren't why I'm here. Although if they don't ignore me, that's an entirely different thing. Alright, I'm not seeing any Knights cabs, so I think we're fine. It might be daytime. Alright, now, yeah, this is the one. Get out of my way. Silence, you fool-headed fool. Whew. I honestly doubted that I'd make it in here with him chasing me. But gotta love, like, cutscene iframes, am I right? Alright, let's continue. Alright, so if we look back, we can see how far we've come. Let's take a look at it. So down there, that's Landell. That's the Erd Tree. And yeah, we've come quite a ways. We've come quite a ways, and there's still a ways to go. Okay, so let's get around here. And get ourselves oriented to success. Although, I am curious if I can, like, Skyrim spam up here. Well, Torrent's a good horse, but... Oh, cool. What's up here? Oh yeah, that's right, some more ruins. I want to grab a grace. Let's consider our way across. Alright, let's go. No one caught it. Okay. Now let's continue. Now the major downside I have with the sunflower head is that I can't see through it. So I just gotta hope that nothing's in my way and that I'm going the right way. Kinda lame, but I like it. It has its upsides. Its major upside being its true combo. Which I will explain that once we're across the bridge. Okay, the golem hasn't seen me yet. He's gonna start taking aim very shortly though. Yep, he's already taking aim. I didn't think that was going to be a one-shot. Like two, maybe, but one? That's a little much. Alright, let's run that again. This time, let's focus more on trying not to die. And the worst part is, if I tried to make this run on foot, I would get caught. I would get got by him much easier. Alright, he's taking aim. He's firing. Okay. Run. Well, it didn't one-shot me, it was close. Alright, let's get this Grace up here. For a couple of reasons, because eventually I'm going to do Millicent's quest. And this Grace is one of the places where she shows up. So actually, let's look at things for a minute. She's going to show up here. She is going to show up by the Lux Ruins. Dominula. And her obvious starting points in Caelid. So let's set another marker. Because up there's Fire Forge of the Giants. I'm just trying to think about it for a minute. So I think in the interest of moving things forward, we're going to go to Castle Sol. Where's one? Where the heckins is one? There it is. And where we're headed is two. While avoiding every single golem on our way. That one's gonna come to life. No? Okay. That one's actually alive. That one is slightly more mottled. I'm assuming had I gotten right next to it, it would have come alive. Yes, a Grace. And I actually honestly forget that this Grace exists. Now let's set another marker. And go through Undead Bill. Population no one, because they're all dead. Alright. So far so good. No deads. There's gonna be a few up here. They're all gonna be big, they're all gonna be annoying. All we can do is run. Oh, I didn't hit this one. Cool. What's over here though? Certain death if I stick around. I don't actually want to face the death right bird. Even though I'm carrying the ideal weapon to kill them. Okay, we made it to Castle Sol. And now what we're going to do is we're going to unlock our Grace Repository, our Remembrance Repository. This is going to be one of the places we check in with to see what our remembrances sit at right now. And this is genuinely the best way to deal with these. Alright, eventually it comes down. It's just a matter of hitting the feet enough. Okay, I think that did it. That's the reason I didn't want to get too close. Because I foresaw myself getting crushed. Right, so every time we're done a stream, we're going to come back here and we're going to see the remembrances that we did that day. Well, that stream. Ooh, there's a Pokemon. Oh, dang it. We'll see what happens. Okay, cool, perfect. Alright, let's get back to the sunflower. Ah, no one caught it. Yeah, you don't like it, do you? I forget how lethal Frostbite can be sometimes. Okay, let's try that again. Ooh, okay. Alright, now there's 2 in the mix. And honestly, thinking about it, I could just run it. How are you surviving on 1 health? Unreal. Okay. Now we gotta get in through the castle. And it's gonna be super annoying no matter what way I slice it. So let's just make the run, ignore the birds. I don't care about no birds. Oh, the bird cares about me! The bird cared about me quite a lot. One second, I think it's raining and I gotta close my window a little bit. Alright. It is raining. Quite hard, actually. I'm actually lucky I'm indoors. I just want to see something real quick. I'm just curious. Oh, what's at the back? And is there a way in from the back? Because if there is, I will absolutely take that way. Huh. Not looking good on that. Apparently that tree there is a skip, so if I jump from there, jump again, I land right in Castle Sol. And I'm not against going in that way. I'm really not. While I'm not necessarily a speed runner, I do enjoy engaging with their tactics. Because a lot of their tactics are really smart. Like, why are there so many fucking birds here? But no, like I said, a lot of their tactics are really smart. So what they do is, if they're getting aggro, they'll quit out, they'll save, and they'll come back. And everything's going to be de-aggroed around them. Alright, since both of those dudes are dead, we don't have to worry about them. Here's the bird. I hear them. Alright, let's grab this. You can tell Mikkel has been here by the nascent butterflies. Alright, where's that bird? I know it's here. Huh. Ooh, okay. Okay, well I took out the box at least. Where's this bird? Alright, cool. But yeah, no, when something just has to die, I use the bolt. It's good like that. And we gotta run. Alright, and we go. It's cool, it's chill. We can die here. In fact, honestly, it's better that we died back there. Okay. No, no. Now that this is down here, we can just go back to the Grace, reset, and then run up the elevator again. Or we could just fucking kill him. Either option is good, either option works. Well, should have quit out. Oh well. The good news is, our runes are really easy to get to. Now getting to the other half of the Haligtree Medallion, that's an entirely different story. Ooh, a Caterpie. Alright. Let's go in. I'm gonna have to call it back down. This is what I get. And you know what? Just in case. I want to switch it to Brunarks. There we go. And because this is a gank fight, I have to gank them right back. Oh no. I mean, a stagger would be nice. That's right, Andrew. Take all the aggro. Oh, now you're paying attention to me. There we go. Well, that was certainly cool. So yeah, this fight, it's not a bad fight. It can be a good fight. But it's annoying when you're trying to make progress. So my general rule of thumb in that situation, when I'm going into a gank style fight, is just gank them right back. They're already doing it to me, why would I feel bad? Okay. Now let's grab the second half of the Halid Tree Medallion. And let's head back to Rold. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna have to run back around that loop. So it might be better off, genuinely. No, wait. That's actually the worst way. Never mind, never mind. I had a bad idea. It wouldn't have worked out. And this loop realistically isn't the worst. And that's going to take us back down. No one caught the Caterpie. Disappointment. Oh, ah. That's on me. I should have realized that I was the wrong way. Okay. I swear, if I had to fight the kindred. Oh fuck, I might. Okay. And I was gonna panic. Alright, where's my money? Are you actually kidding me? Hold on, I'm looking up here for a second. Oh no, it's back up there. Don't worry, gang, we're getting to Mogh eventually. But honestly, that was kind of funny. Alright, so... judging from the sign, my rooms are out here. Was that really the last stable place I was? Frustrating. Okay, well. Sometimes that's just how the game goes. Have another sip. It's almost time to crack into one of the other energy drinks. Alright, now let's take the secret path to the Halig tree. Alright, now annoying enemies we have to fight here. Once we escape these catacombs. We're gonna be facing with... which enemy is it? Anastasia the Cannibal? Alright, there's a Stake America. Oh, I'd rather they put a Grace here rather than, like, just a stake. What's over here? Graves. Okay. Alright, where's the mother? Oh, okay. Super cool. Okay, now that's definitely worth the clip. 1,000%. I don't even care if they heard me say that. Alright, let's grab the items. I'm gonna grab you, the ovary. 2 ovaries. Thank goodness for decent RNG. Alright. Continuing. Do I want to take the secret path, or do I just want to run? I want to run. It's direct. Let's avoid getting blendered. Come on, do it. How did that miss? There's still one more, but you know what? You can have it. Okay. Am I near an enemy or something? As suspected. So ultimately, our goal over here is to get over here. We go to Ordina to get to the Halo tree. I want to get to Mogh. So. At this point, we have to take a grace. Just so we have it. Because this is going to be a reset to anytime we die between now and the next grace. And I'd rather not restart all the way back down at the regular mountaintop. That's too high up. Not gonna lie, gang, I felt severe panic just then. It's over here. Oh, ugh. Could have been bad. Could have been very bad. Let's keep going. I don't want any part of that. Although they're obviously going to try to give me a piece. But I'm disinterested in their newsletters and pamphlets. I forget how fast he is sometimes. He'll just rush in, flurry of attacks, run away. Alright, where are we at right now? Almost 2 hours, perfect. It's going at approximately the pace I was assuming it was going to go. And Soup, you'll be happy to know I'm trying to go as slow as I can. I'm trying to take it slow. Enjoy the journey. You know. Nearly get smacked by giant ghosts. Oh no, it's bats. Let's assess things for a second. I'm gonna want something that's gonna honestly make the fight go easier with him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break him down with good old reliable Lion's Claw. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Would work too. Ooh. A Silicobra escaped. Okay, so when he comes in, I immediately start clawing him. Okay. Why even fire at me if you can't see me? That sounds like nonsense. Let's consider the map for a second. And honestly, let's do something else. Something that's capable of trading. Oh no. Okay. Cool. That's what I get for switching out of the wrong weapon. Oh well. I'm surprised though. I'm surprised there's no stake near the invasion. Like, and that's something I've been surprised about from the beginning. And the reason I'm going for Rakshasas is because you can basically trade through anything with it. It's like the advantage of the sword. Trade through almost anything, tank your way through almost anything. And it's got pretty good reach for a great katana. Alright, we're getting close. Okay, get. Cool. Alright, where is he? There. Now let's go to Mogwin's. Oh well, now that Noble's dead, I can just run through. Now, if everyone's wondering why I'm able to stay so calm in the face of such adversity, it's two things. One of my teeth is broken, and it would be extremely painful for me to get really agitated and like worked up, you know. The other thing is, my upstairs neighbors, they unintentionally enforce the vibe. So, because I'm trying to be super respectful of them, I'm just never gonna, you know, be one of those streamers who freaks out. You know what I mean? There is gonna be no the Jason 755 crash out compilation. And honestly, what I've discovered is that a lot of the people who come here actually really like that vibe. They enjoy seeing me calmly and rationally deal with problems. Like the Dragonkin. And what even is the point of those electric enemies? Just to be annoying? I'll never know. Unfortunately, I'm not a FromSoft dev, so I can't speak to why they included that enemy. I would argue it's a mistake, because there's no way to deal with it. You can't parry it. You can't kill it, really. All you can do is either avoid it or get shocked to death. So you just gotta, you know, deal with it. Now hopefully, I'm not too high up that I can just drop. And it's not nighttime, so I'm not seeing any Knight's Cav. That's perfect. And because the noble's dead, we can just run around the bears. Not gonna lie, gang, I got a little scared there. All right. Now that dog's gonna aggro, but that's fine. It's not a bear that's aggroing me. The bear aggroing me would actually be worse. Considerably worse. Alright. I think we're almost here. Yeah. Sweet. We can go fuck up Mogh. Sweet. On our way. Ooh, deerling. So yeah, because of my neighbors, and because of my mouth, a vibe is very much enforced. And quite frankly, I enjoy it. It forces me to think calmly and rationally. Alright. Alright, now ultimately, we have to get up there. Let's hit this grace so we have it. Ah, nuggets. It already escaped. Okay. Now this is actually one of the better rune farms, if that's your kind of thing. I'm no longer farming runes. But I'm curious, how much do they give you? Not bad. It's definitely gone up since I last was here. Now let's run through the river of blood. Well, the lake of blood, rather. Which is kind of what my mouth feels like sometimes. Oh no. I only thought there was the one of them. Alright, let's get to the grace. Now, genuinely, this is one of my favorite areas in the game. And I'll show you why. It taught me more when I got here originally. I got here maybe 90 hours into the playthrough. And this area taught me more about backstab than any other area in the game. And it got to the point where backstabs became so reliable and so routine that I just learned how to do them here. I spent like maybe 2-3 hours here just fishing for backstabs. And the reason it works so well as like a backstab training area is because the enemies are just docile enough. And they'll give you opportunities to work in where you need to go. But there's enough danger that you're forced to stay on your feet. Back up, reposition. Sneak around the side. Boom. And yeah, I just run this area for hours figuring out how to do backstabs. See what I mean? Had to avoid the runner. I also have to avoid the explosions. Because then even if I fuck up, I still gotta avoid getting hemorrhaged. And they're generally electric resistant too. So like, Ancient Dragon Lightning Strike isn't going to do the best here. Let me just confirm that just so I'm giving you guys the best information. I know, I'm just up here. Let's do it. Okay. So it does chunk them. And they have to stay under it to like actually get the most benefit. Well, for you to get the most benefit. Alright, let's take you. Reposition. I'm gonna go for you next. Yeah, see, it's very good for teaching you how to do backstabs. I say as I do the opposite of a backstab. Let me reposition again. I'm gonna take you next. Reposition again, because there's more in there. Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna take you since you're closest. I fucked that one up. Alright, let's go around the back of you. Just so I have eye rings. I've got two on the go, so I'm gonna jump back and forth between the two of them. Staying out of the cloud, and then hit this again. I'm just gonna clear out this area, then we're gonna run through again. I'm just hitting here for nostalgia's sake. Alright. How many are left down here? Let's see, you're 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Okay. It doesn't even work out to a lot of runes either. Like, I just got 25 grand just for running this area. Which isn't a lot. For me, anyway. Alright, let's get one more backstab. Okay, I said one more. These fools. Alright, let's go. Let's keep running. Hold on. Now he actually can 100% take Ancient Dragon Lightning Strike. Because of how big he is, he's just gonna soak in every single hitbox. Particularly if I'm standing right next to him. Sweet. Alright, stop that. Okay. We're still doing good. Alright, so that's the Stake of America. Alright, now we get to fight more Sanguine Nobles. At least 2 of them. And they're obviously gonna respawn. Where's the merchant? I hear him. Ah, here he is.
Oh, gee. Are you here as a customer?
I am. I'm gonna take all your rune arcs. I'm gonna take your lost ashes of war. And I'm gonna take every single one of your stone sword keys. Oh, there's one left, but that's fine.
Apologize, Art.
Don't worry, man. Oh, not you. Oh no, I'm getting out of this. I'm getting out of here. That was painful. Okay. Cool. The lords are nice. And let's continue. I can hear him running behind me. Ooh. There's a Togepi. I hope I didn't miss that. Right now, I want to equip. Where is it? No, I don't want to equip an Ash of War Physic. I'm gonna come down for the Somber Stone later. Ah, nuggets. No one caught it. Alright, Crabbo. Physic. I'll try that next.
Is mine and mine alone.
There she goes. Now I think it's time to crack into the next energy drink. 1 second. Alright, I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this in the fight, but I didn't think I had enough time. Because I realized how far away he was, and I wanted to see how many shots of the bolts I could get off. If it works, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Okay. Wrong button, wrong button.
Is mine and mine alone.
Let's go to the last grace. I want to torque the damage a little bit. Not by much, but certainly by a bit. Let's go with Lord of Blood's Exaltation. And charged attacks. And we are going to hit him with something that's really gonna hurt. Something he won't like. Now, I doubt he has any particular weakness to sleep, so I don't think I can put him to sleep. Which is, as they say, unfortunate. But I definitely feel there's some opportunities to do like some level of fuckery here, like probably not big fuckery, but like enough to give me an edge. Not like edges and gooning, but like a legitimate edge. I don't know why I keep doing that every single time. I might try getting the rod off. Now the obvious edge here is Mogh's shackle. Ooh, how wasn't I locked on there? Oh, he knows I have the shackle now. That's super cool. And Mogh, you are a big meanie. I don't know if your brother Morgott told you that or not. But in case Morgott didn't, you're a big meanie. Okay. I would like outright damage. You know, I want to see if it works. No, not the bolt. Not the bolt. Spear of the Impaler. Alright. And like I said, I don't think he's vulnerable to sleep, but... I'd like to try something. So... Alright. I want to get you around here. That's terrible. Alright. That was very promising. Well, it's not going the worst. It could be going better. I say that as he drove the spear into my head. Now I'm trying to avoid doing many bosses with summons. Sometimes there's nothing to it but to do it. But I like exhausting all options before I suddenly call in Andreas. Particularly on a boss like this. Um, um, Let me just see here. Rotten Wing. Millicents. And I think that's gonna be it. But that was very interesting when, like, I threw the frost pot at him and it chunked him, so I may go for something with cold next time. Yeah, that's right, I can stall a fight out too. You aren't the only one who's capable of stalling a fight out. And that's the principal problem with Dragon Communion. Is that it's super easy to cancel you out of it. Okay, now I gotta do some rolling here. As he basically makes the ground unwalkable. Oh no. Alright, that's a good attempt. Although I definitely feel as though there's a point where I can get the rod off, but also bring his health down further first. So as promised, in this one, I am going to go with the cold weapon. Um, 50 strength, are you kidding me? I'm just trying to think here. I'm using the old thinking meat. Alright, so we're gonna go with cold weapons. So cold claymore. We'll go for a cold Lord Sworn Greatsword. And then to make sure we can tank through, we're gonna go for the Bullet. And then what are we thinking now? Rotten Wing is gonna be useless. It could work. It's certainly a strategy. Alright. Here we go. Alright, he's frostbitten. Okay, let's calm down a bit. Let's give ourselves some ability to block. Alright, that could have been more charged, I think. Oh no.
Is mine and mine alone.
Oh well. So I think we're gonna go for another 40 minutes. Ish. I'm pretty sure it's a magic one. And also, I want to see. I want to see if I'm at more of an advantage, like light rolling. Okay, that's a result. Not safe here, not safe here, not safe. Given how weak he seems to be to frostbite, I may try to make the great katana cold. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I am definitely having an easier time dodging around him now that I'm naked.
Is mine and mine alone.
Alright, so that was an interesting test. I think I learned what I need to learn there. So we're going to cold infuse one of our great katanas. Actually, no, we want to infuse Nagakiba. Now that I'm thinking about it objectively. Because it's going to be the faster one. Where is it? Alright, we're going to infuse it with cold. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to use that one. We're going to do the same thing, I think. But I definitely think we're on the right path. I definitely think we're figuring it out. It's definitely starting to make sense now. Alright, do I have anything? That's gonna be some cold damage. Not especially. However, I just want to see. Got it. I just have to survive. You know, that was honestly worth it. Okay, so now we're gonna mix our physics. Where's Ronnie's hat? Huh. That just strengthens cold sorceries. Doesn't specifically boost cold. That increases arcane. Let's keep looking. Interesting. That just increases my mind. That increases arcane. Wild, okay. Okay, right, right, so I have nothing that really boosts cold. Alright. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Alright, let's... Let's reposition, let's rethink. I hate it when he does that. He really is still out to fight. I thought it was relatively safe when you saw it in the ground. Oh well. So we just hit the 3-hour mark. I think we're going to put in another 30 minutes. And then we're going to pick this up again at 2 p.m. Just to keep the energy going of double stream week. Okay. I'm going to try it with Andreas this time. Okay. Ooh, okay. Now, realistically, I just gotta stall it out at this point.
Is mine and mine alone.
That was good. That could have been better, but that was good. Definitely the best attempt so far. And before people go, oh, but you summoned. Yeah. I paid $60 for the game. I'm gonna, you know, get my money's worth, and I feel that summons help me get my money's worth. Because they add, like, a level of you having backup against Scary World. So, let's run that again. Can I make any sleep pots? He's not going to be weak to them. I would like to see. No, I can only make 7 of those. I can make 6 of those. Alright. A strategy is slowly coming together. Take him, Andy. He's about to get on me. Why did I waste a blast there? Alright, now I just have to stall it out. Okay, so I can't roll into it. That is very interesting, though. I thought I could roll into it. Huh. The strategy is very much coming together. I'm going to try Cold Infused Great Katanas with Lion's Claw. I'm going to use a Stone Barb Cracked here. Ash of the War. Great Cat. Where's the Great Cat? Here we are. So it's significantly weaker. But it should work now. Huh. I'm gonna use you. And we're gonna use the Old Lords. And we're setting this up now. So that way, I can just lock off. Well, not lock off. Go from two-handed to one-handed. And be ready to go, regardless of what we're doing. Like I was saying earlier, some bosses get either harder or more easy depending on which cycle you're in. Mogh's always been a hard one for me. He just has been. Well, he's busy with Andreas. There we go. That was honestly the best one. We got the rod off. We got him down almost all the way. Well, we're doing successive attacks. Let's use that one, and since we are light loaded, I'm gonna try it. There we go. Alright, so we just gotta stall it out at this point. There we go.
As clear as day. The coming of our dynasty. Morgott.
Alright, that was like 5 tries, I think. 6 tries. Certainly was an amount of tries. You know the game's gotten serious when I start stripping naked. So I think it's gonna be almost it for tonight. Hi, Letta. I hate you. Let's take a look. Let's see what's what. Mogh's done. Radahn's done. I'm saving Godric and Morgott for the end. Ronnie's quest is done, so I've got Astel. Via's quest is done, so I've got Vortisax. Renala's dead, Rykard's dead, Morgott's dead. So yeah, it's just everything up in here, really. Where do I want to go next, then? We could try to get to the Halid tree. We have the Grace. We could just ride down. Let's set ourselves up at the Freezing Lake Grace. And I want to get us across to the First Church of America. Without fighting Borealis, obviously. Because as we all know, me and Borealis, no bueno. Or, as is properly said in Spanish, que paranga. Let's ride. Now my stance generally on summons is this, even outside of my own, like, being willing to use them, is that if you're using them properly and correctly to just draw aggro, that's fine. But if you're like relying on them to drive damage, I'm not saying that's wrong. You're totally free to play the game however you want. But that, I think, is just slightly misusing them. Because while some of them are really super strong, and some of them can absolutely carry fights, you shouldn't rely on them carrying the fights. Like, take the fight with Mogh, for example. I could have very easily summoned Tish, summoned Rollo, summoned Telu, summoned Mimic, summoned Rollo, and they all just could have summoned, and they all just could have soloed. They could have. But instead, I chose to summon Black Knight Commander Andreas. And the reason I summon him is because he does exactly what I need him to do. He gets in there, he draws aggro, he creates opportunities for me.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin, an epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden Ring for the age of the Erd Tree.
What more does she have to say?
We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I traveled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
Alright. I suppose for the last 10 minutes, or however long it takes me, but we're gonna get ourselves set up for next stream. And next stream, I think, is gonna be arson. So, zoom in. Zoom the heckins in. Oh god, not again. There we go. There it is. That's where we gotta go. Are the doggies gonna one-shot me while I'm naked? No, but they're gonna hurt me significantly. now literally everything in here is aggro to me. Alright, once we're at the Grace, I think that's it for tonight. And then we pick up again at 2 p.m. So like 12 hours from now-ish. So yeah, 12 hours from now. And there's one more Pokemon. Ooh, Electros. I ran out of balls somehow. That explains so much. Okay, well, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I achieved everything I set out to. And holy shit, that's a lot of time. I've spent 6 hours. I've spent 600 hours. Wait, no, 601 hours. 28 minutes, 21 seconds in this game. And I gotta be honest, I'm still not tired of it. Other things I want to mention. Night Rain is out at the end of the week. And I am for sure going to be doing, for lack of a better term, a quadruple stream that day. I'm going to do 2 Elden Ring, 2 Night Rain. I'm probably going to make it 1 and 1. Just to be fair on myself. But it is what it is. So, I am going to send you guys somewhere cool. Yeah. There you go. So yeah. I'm sending you to PB. Let him know I sent you. I make no guarantees. If you ask him for candy, he might give you candy. Alright. Have a great night.